Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's weekend update. We got a lot of stuff to get into, but before I start, please, after you watch the video, thumbs up, thumbs down, either or, let me know what you think. But the first thing I want to talk about real quick, this is a chart of the Dow, and this is a 60-minute chart. Now, on these charts, whenever I do them, over here on the left side is where you'll always see what the time frame is. Usually I look at the dailies, and the 1 hours have been very accurate of late, so I've been using 1 hour charts a lot more. But this is a picture of the Dow 60-minute chart. Now, we had that run for the hills sell-off on Thursday thanks to what the Fed said. They essentially said what I've been saying for forever. I mean, who are you going to listen to right now? Are you going to listen to politicians who are all looking towards November to get elected, or are you going to actually listen to what the guys who see what's going on behind the scenes, aka the Fed? Fed came out and said, we're not even going to think about raising rates till 2022. So let's let that sink in. For those people who think all those jobs are coming back immediately, you're living in fantasy land. But anyway, why I bring that up, the Fed is going to be juicing this market for a long time, and as traders, that is a fantastic thing. Now, here on the Dow 60-minute chart, you can see we had that big sell-off here. You saw the RSI dipped really negative there. One of the things we looked about using when I did that video the other day, I would say we probably have upside to perhaps 26,600. Now, what we saw happen last week, expect it to continue to happen on random days. And the reason I say that is we're approaching quarter end, June 30th. Now, the Treasury is sitting on $1.4 trillion in cash right now. Now, you may think that's a good thing, but it's actually a very negative thing for markets and the economy in general. That cash needs to be out in the system. Now, they're going to try and pump that money out in the next couple of weeks. The reason I bring that up, when the market started selling off and having big up and down days back in March, it was the repo market, the overnight lending market, which is what really made that sell-off even worse. We could potentially see that happen again in the next couple of weeks, so watch for those headlines on the repo news. We're probably going to get a bounce back. The chart says we're going to get a bounce back, but let's see. It's probably not going to last long. Anyway, let us jump into our stocks for the week. Now, I'm going to focus on the COVID-19 biotechs first off here on the video. As I mentioned on Thursday before I left early, and again repeated on Friday, we are pivoting back to the COVID-19 stocks. Couple of reasons. Cases are spiking everywhere, and the retail open story seems to have abated now. So we're going to go back to, well, we need drugs. We need COVID-19 drugs for everything to be okay. So let's go back to that. There are now 800 plus drug trials underway according to the FDA database. That is a tremendous amount of money that is being allocated to small biotech stocks. Many of them are still woefully undervalued compared to the speculation we're seeing out there. First one I'm going to talk about, as I mentioned, this is my largest swing position right now, COCP. We've been very patient on this stock over the last couple months. Remember, like many stocks, they had an offering sitting out there, one of those daily offerings. This time it was with AGP Capital. They're one of the, I won't go into what they are, but they're one of those guys who sit on the throat of stocks, get their daily discount every day. Every time it tries to move, the stock sells off. They get their 10% or whatever it is discount on the shares, rinse, repeat. And this is what they've been doing on this stock for the last couple months. Cockpeas management finally wised up to what was going on, and last week they said, okay, that deal is done. And you recall I said that was a big buy signal for this stock, and look what's happened in the last couple of days. The stock has finally broken out. Remember, this was one of the very first stocks back in February when the COVID-19 stocks, biotech stocks started moving, that ran big. It went from 47 cents to 250. And then AGP Capital got involved, and that's what we've seen happen. AGP Capital is gone. Let's see how long it takes us to get to 2. We're looking for a press release here. Like we mentioned on Friday, they updated their pipeline, so we should be seeing a press release from this guys anytime. And this stock, based on the valuations of stocks like iBio and AIM, the valuation of this stock is absolutely ridiculous in my mind. So let's see if that gets corrected this week. biotech. See here on the biotech chart, essentially when we break 60 cents, it's off to the races. 80 cents target. These guys are a testing stock. They've told us they're going to release testing news in June. We're halfway through the month. This stock is ready to rock and roll. This is probably where everyone will want to chase this stock whenever the press release comes out. Got to mention HTGM, of course. Now, this stock had a nice little pop in the last couple of days as money has started to rotate back into these COVID-19 drugs. 68 is the break here, but I think guys will start FOMOing this over 70 cents. So we've got that very nice uptrend on RSI. Again, recalling what I went over on the video. This looks great. We've got stochastics broke up over the 50 level. So this combined with this means we should have a good week on HTGM. FRSX, we had that huge pop a few days ago. We've got a very nice triangle formation here. 115 to 17 breakout. I would say 120 is where you're going to see guys start to chase. RSI looks great. We're about to get a positive MACD cross. Stochastics look great. This chart is set up very nicely for a run in the next few days. DSS. Now, we've got a big event coming up on Thursday for these guys. They've been teasing their webinar that also includes General Dynamics. If you don't know who General Dynamics are, they're one of the largest defense contractors in the world. And DSS has been tweeting USA reopening stuff with this webinar. This is a stock we loved trading when it was down at 20 cents, did that reverse split, and it's been slowly ebbing higher, but the volume has not shown up on this stock yet because, as we know in this market, I can find and push out volumes of research and DD on stocks, but guys don't want to buy until they read the press release that actually has that information in it. Even though we know what that information is, they don't want to chase till it's a press release. So let them chase at $15 when it comes out. Gishi. This has to be one of the most frustrating stocks. The investor relations department here, I give them a Z- is all I can say. But regarding the chart, as you can see, since March, it's got a nice upward trending channel. It goes from the bottom of the channel to the top, meanders. Sometimes it goes up and comes down. Right now, we're back down at this bottom area of the channel again. We've got rock solid support just below at the 200-day moving average. Steal of a price here, I think. One press release, they're chasing it at 67 cents. But the chart here, we've got this nice trading range, and now it's at the bottom of the range. We love buying dips. This looks good into next week. RGLS. Now, this is a COVID-19 biotech in disguise. They have not actually said that they are COVID-19 yet, but as Finale found a couple of weeks ago, they updated their website to say that they're now investigating infectious diseases. And as you recall, since March, I believe every single biotech stock that we've done research on that had infectious disease in their pipeline eventually came out with a COVID-19 press release. We've started to see big volume come into this stock in the last couple of days. Word has leaked, perhaps. Friends and family getting in. Close over one, and we are going to be ready to rock and roll. We get a press release, they'll be chasing it at $1.50, period. I mean, that's just the way this market is right now. CHFS, they have an event this week. This is I'm very surprised. Someone's sitting on this stock, stopping it from moving. They've got an event coming up. They've given us a COVID-19 press release, but we've got nice setups here on the chart. We probably need to break that 50 to 52 cent area. I'd say 52 cents, and you'll really start to see this one gain some steam. The target is the 200-day moving average. That's up there at 85 cents right now. So we're looking at about 50-75% potential upside and about 5 or 6 cents downside risk on a chart like this. These are the kind of setups you jump in, you sit, you know what your downside risk is. If you get a surprise press release and everyone starts loving this stock, you've got great upside. Great risk reward trades are hard to come by many times. We've got this nice uptrend here. ADX, this is another momentum indicator, looks very strong. So this one looks great into next week. I wanted to go over a couple of other stocks real quick. Scone. Remember how guys were so frustrated with this stock 2 weeks ago? And look, 30 cents to 91, 200% move. Easy patience play here, especially in a mania market. We've got some free shares left here. Let's see what it does next week. Maybe, we'll get a gap fill down to 40 cents where we get to add back our shares again. Best of both worlds. I wanted to mention INUV real quick. INUV is in a solid uptrend. We finally got that move over $1. Popped as high as 111, and then, of course, the market crapped the bed on Thursday, so slowly bled down. I believe these guys are probably going to do another offering. So what? That's actually good news. I mean, we're in this stock from 15 to 20 cents with probably 40 trades throughout this move upward. This is a nice support area here, right here. I'm now looking closely. There's going to be time to add back some shares in the swing account here, especially given how this is the most oversold this stock has been this year. Stochastics are down here in the toilet as well. So this is one I'm going to be looking to add to the swing position probably tomorrow. Now, the last stock I'm going to mention is Tour, T-O-U-R. This is a Chinese tour company. They had an earnings report last week with lots of meat in it. Bookings are up 80%. Great chart setup. Again, bottom of the trading channel. We're down here, 110. Each time it goes higher, it's making a new high. Chart says we're going to $1.50. RSI bounced off the 50 level. Very, very, very strong ADX. This is strong momentum in this stock right now. We've got, I didn't draw it here, but a nice uptrend support line here on ADX. So this one looks very nice into the coming days. So that's it for the video. I know I tried to blew through some of the stocks, but we had so many stocks to go over this week. That's it for the video. Please subscribe to the videos, share them. Let's get those subscriber numbers up, and have an awesome day. And I will see you all in the market, in the chat room on Monday. Bye.